and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome once again to the Paradigm Shift. I am joined by four of the greatest podcast hosts in the world. I'm going to bring them on now. First, if you will, the man, the myth, the legend, William H.G. Morgan.
If you will, baby. Welcome, everybody, to the Paradigm Shift, where we change the paradigm of professional wrestling. Let's do this, fellas.
And next, and certainly not least, the man in the Moosin, the one, the only, the Canadian crippler, Gene Emerson.
The Moosin heavyweight champion.
All I gotta say is right there, 4, baby. That's what it means, 4.
What, you beat up 4 Moosin today?
Is 4 the number of names that you added this week? Because I was watching Revolution, and I know you added some more damn names.
Oh, there's something special going on there. I can't reveal anything going on there, but you'll find out this weekend. But no, 4 horsemen, bro. 4 horsemen. Just like Arn.
Bring it on next. He is the glue that holds all this together. He is the big man with the big beard. Our very own alderman, Mr. Brandon Randall.
Don't forget the illegitimate son to the big boss man. Don't forget the illegitimate son to the big boss man.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Welcome to the party.
And
life right here.
This next man I always have to say for last because he says the stock goes up when he is on the screen. He is the one and only TDC, Tommy.
Tommy, what's up, bro?
That line is trademark and Tommy Inc. We're not allowed to use it. You owe me $30 every time you say that.
Tommy got
at least he's a little cheaper than Bruce Buffer. At least
I'm a cheap slut, man. I'm just saying. I'm a cheap $30 every time someone says one of my lines. I'll be happy with that. Put it towards the building funds. What we can do with that 30.
There you go, better fun, baby. It will change your life. It will change your life.
So how we doing tonight, fellas?
Doing good, man. Still shocked over the James Harden news, but it's all good.
I was ready for him to go.
I'm not shocked.
I was ready for him to go after last night. But
I just can't believe how much Houston got back for that. They overpaid on that.
They definitely won in that trade, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But boys, it is that time of the night. It is our favorite time. So
Hardy.
Oh, he said,
I can see Brandon is in the spirit tonight.
Party hard, y'all. Party hard. He loves
Brandon,
y'all.
you hit 1,000 yet?
Nope.
He loves y'all.
I'm at 1,200.
But all right. So
I knew I could get him going.
I don't give a shit.
So sticking with the month as it is,
that's because Gene sends pictures of his butthole to people. That's why. That's why he gets all those followers.
Just so you know, we are talking about OnlyFans.
I mean, he does show it all over TikTok too.
With syrup on it.
So, in sticking with the theme, it is the road to WrestleMania coming up. We are about to get jump on. It is one of the most exciting times of the year for a wrestling fan. But I got to tell you, boys, I'm not that excited so far.
Me neither.
Of course, you ain't Mr. AEW Mark. Of course,
it has nothing to do with being an AEW Mark. It has everything to do with I'm not excited with the storylines they have set up to go for it. And I really don't see which direction. But anyway, that has nothing to do with this.
We watched the Royal Rumble for one reason only. That's to watch Legends return and get thrown out of the ring within 5 seconds.
That's true. And I'm not saying it will be. I will definitely be watching it. But this week, please.
Okay, I'm fine. I'll go. There's the door.
Sit still.
Easy.
Sit still, young man. Sit still.
This week's question, I want you to think back to all the Rumbles and think back to a guy that you really wish had gotten an opportunity to win. Who is it?
Win the Rumble?
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Oh my goodness.
One name comes right quick.
Go ahead, Gene.
Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig.
Ooh. Oh, and he's gone.
And then I'm gone again. You can hear me. I'm still hearing voice.
Get the moose out of the garden. They're fucking with the Wi-Fi.
The moose is chewing the cables, Gene. The moose is chewing the cables.
Back.
Anybody else got another one? Well, actually, Gene, explain.
Explain? It's very, very, very simple. There's been many times we have seen Mr. Perfect go well in on a Royal Rumble, and you would think he should have been that guy, and never was. Been either thrown out, a few close endings to the last, or was there just to hold over until the right guy showed up for the Rumble. But no, I think honestly, Kurt Hennig would have had a really good, Mr. Perfect would have had a really good run as a good heel for a heel championship, at least during the 80s anyways.
Tommy.
Did I see a thing the other day that said that Kane has never won a Royal Rumble? It's always those type of guys too, guys that you think they make them they always hype up as a big threat.
At what point Kane held the record for most eliminations?
Yeah, they're never the guys to win it. Like they always made like a big deal, like of a Kane or an Earthquake or a Typhoon type of guy or something like that, but they don't never win the damn Rumble. So I'd go with Kane. Like he should have got like at least one Rumble win, at least one.
Brandon.
Has Ron Simmons ever won one?
Nope.
No.
I'd like to see Ron.
That would have been a good one. I would have really liked to see that. But we all agree he didn't get near the run. He should have gotten at least one more title run. At least.
Yeah, at least one more. Yeah.
Will.
Yeah. I got Booker.
Ooh, wait.
Nice.
No. He's King of the Ring, not
King of the Ring, not Royal Rumble. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
He's King. He's King. Booker.
King.
But not Royal Rumble winner. No.
Royal subjects.
Mine would have
Welcome
been
to the SmackDown Kingdom.
Shelton Benjamin. Oh,
That's a good one.
He just always had so many good matches, and he was never the guy they were going to push. And I understand that. One of the things about the Rumble is I get that it is meant to be the lead to the main storyline, but I think sometimes they could use it to build some of these lower guys up.
Exactly.
Even if they go on to lose in the match, like make them look stronger.
Tony C, you my boy, but ain't nobody trying to hear about no Goldberg, dog.
Not in this group.
Not in this group.
Shits and giggles. Hornswoggle should have won one.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go actually add on to this. If the Rumble's not seen as serious as much as it is, like a shits and giggles win, like Hornswoggle, who do you pick? Heath Slater. Done. Said it.
That's my dark horse in everything, man. He trained up the road for me. He trained for WWE4A. That was my dark horse in everything.
We're sorry. Mr. Gene is having some technical difficulties this evening.
Yeah,
he always is. He has technical difficulties when he wakes up. He has technical difficulties.
I don't have technical difficulties when I wake up. No, I'm pretty good.
Those are erectile difficulties.
Use some of that free healthcare and go get you some of those pills, Gene.
Don't need those. Don't have to worry there.
And Brandon says he'll be here all week.
Yeah,
A week.
try the veal.
So yeah, if it's not a serious win, but someone like, who do you pick, Tommy?
Oh, if it's just like a joking win,
yeah,
Doink the Clown.
Hell yeah, I love it.
Ooh.
Will,
if I'm going to take a joking win, and this can be taken a little serious as well, but we all know that Kofi Kingston's never going to win a Royal Rumble.
Nope.
He's already the highlight reel of the Royal Rumble every year, and he'll never win one.
So that was the reason I didn't pick him, is I thought that's how he got his run a couple of years ago. But that's right, it didn't take off until after at the elimination.
The boogeyman.
The boogeyman.
Gideon Edwards says the boogeyman.
I mean, that would have been cool. I would have loved to seen Umaga maybe win one. That was my boy. D'Lo would have been a great one, man.
D'Lo would have been a good one.
Yeah. In that, we're going to use that to transition to our next segment after this commercial break. If my computer decides it wants to work. There we go. All right, boys. It is, well, first off, that is Total Nonstop Pod, and you can catch that on Thursdays at 8 Central, 9 Eastern, I believe. And Tommy, are you returning this week?
No.
No. No, Tommy will be coming back soon. But you can catch Gene. Gene, this week, what are you talking about?
We are going to talk about the lovely NXT award show, plus also New Year's Evil. What had happened on there?
Damn, Ed, you stole mine, man. Damn, Ed.
But boys, we got a lot to talk about in this next one, so it's
And on the live scenes, it's Ron Burgundy and Josh Brunello.
all right, so big news I'm going to start off with, because I was very excited about this, because Josh Matthews drives me crazy. Josh Matthews and Madison Rayne are no longer the announced team for Impact Wrestling. Madison Rayne is leaving wrestling altogether. Josh Matthews is taking a production role. I'm sorry, that's what's been holding Impact back. Josh was okay with like Don Callis, but when they put him and his wife on commentary together, it was dumb.
Yeah.
And that to me is what's been holding back that promotion. I think the new guys, D'Lo Brown, Matt Striker is a great commentary guy.
Yeah.
D'Lo, he's been in the business long enough. I think he'll be a great color guy. So
Matt Striker will give you the detailed play-by-play, where D'Lo Brown will just be there for the hijinks and annex. It'll work. It'll work well.
The next bit of news, we have Drew McIntyre has been diagnosed positive with COVID. He is in quarantine for next 2 weeks. As you look at Raw this past week, it doesn't seem like it's going to affect him versus Oldberg. Why did it have to be the young star that caught it? I'm not trying to.
He's faking it. He's faking it.
It's better that it's Drew McIntyre got the COVID. At least that way, Fuck.
I don't know, man. It sucks. The whole situation sucks. Then the whole filler sucked that they tried.
Oh my God, Triple H. We mentioned, I think 2 weeks ago, he didn't wrestle a whole match in 2020.
You talked his ass up, man. You should have said his name. Vince hurt.
Did somebody hit like the worst version of 2K and the story mode and pick like the worst selection of creative storylines? Like,
Hey, let me tell you something that might make your skin crawl. Is there's rumors of one last run from Triple H before he retires.
Well,
that would be okay. That would at least be okay.
That would give him 15 if he got one more title. 15.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, I don't see him stopping at 15. I don't see it. He's gonna want.
How many more years do you think he's gonna go, man?
I think he wants to tie Cena and Flair at least. Like he wants to be one of those guys.
Why does everybody like? Here's the thing: is I think sometimes wrestling fans invest too much in how many championships someone has.
Mm-hmm.
Like because even Ric Flair said, if you actually really did the math, it's actually like 26, 27 championships.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So I don't know, man. I think it's because it's a predetermined type of sport. They don't put so much investment into the fact of how many championships they really had. Like, I just don't think that like Triple H sits around and thinks, I've got to beat Rick's record. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't think they think like that.
You can say the same thing about the Dudley Boys.
Yeah.
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 The next bit of news that is leaving my brain as I speak. Oh, that was. What'd you have, Brandon?
I just said you need to freaking catch it.
What do y'all think of this new SmackDown storyline? Adam Pearce, I believe, versus Roman Reigns.
Stupid.
I love it. I love it because there's something more there that meets the eye. There's something that's going on.
I agree with you. If I see both sides. Brandon, I agree with you. If it's just Adam Pearce versus Reigns, it's dumb. It makes no sense.
Stupid.
The non-invest, like the casual fan has no idea who this man is.
I don't know. See, here's my issue with calling it stupid because so many times we've watched heel wrestlers call their own shots, force GMs into doing things that they didn't want them to do, and I think it's just because I don't know. Fans look at things so different now. You know what I mean? Than the way they used to look at wrestling shows. If you'd have gave me that as a kid, anybody would eat that up. Like, oh shit, badass Reigns is just doing whatever he wants to do.
But my issue is it's not the Adam Pearce we know that Vince is bringing him in as, and that's my issue.
I just don't think Paul Heyman is going to have something to do with a super ridiculous storyline like that.
I tend to agree with that.
If you bring him in as the Adam Pearce we know, I got you. It could be a good match, but they're not building him up as that. He's just a guy, and that's the thing that bothers me.
And what I saw is they're building him as this big guy out in wrestling outside. But one of the things about most WWE fans is they're pretty in that world. Like a lot of them don't experience what's outside of WWE, and so they have no idea who this guy is.
Right?
Here's my thing.
None.
Of all the work they've done to build Roman, what would they benefit from having Pearce win? What more? There's nothing you can add to using him or getting him over or having him lose to benefit this whole storyline with Reigns. It makes no sense.
I don't know. From the things I have heard from like what Paul Heyman and Roman have said on things on like Twitter and things of that kind of sort is they are long-term storytelling. So there's something up with it. There's got
definitely there's a long-term book here. There's a long-term booking. They're playing the long game, which is great. I love what they're doing with Roman and showing him in that heel perspective.
It'd be hilarious if they had the match and KO come out and screwed Roman.
That'd be hilarious.
It would. And that's not to say that it couldn't happen. If they're doing that long-term booking, not to say that couldn't happen. But also too, and I'm just going to throw some fantasy out here. you don't think that the WWE didn't already know that Jay White is now free agent? If they were to pull the Jay White thing, it would work on a benefit putting Jay White over on Raw.
I was gonna bring. I still not sure he's done with New Japan. Supposedly, he just had told when they formed AEW and WWE at the same time that he signed a 7-year contract with New Japan. I'm not sure this isn't a work with New Japan.
Yep.
And now I could be totally wrong. But if that's the case, both companies are opening up angles in which Jay White could easily step into.
Oh yeah.
But I still don't know there. I was going to bring that up.
That's an unknown. But
Jay
like
White,
I'm saying,
supposedly free agent, supposedly talking to AEW, WWE. Which is stupid to use Adam Pearce in that role.
Mm-hmm.
It's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
It's disrespectful to a man who's held the 10 pounds ago 5 times.
But honestly, that's how WWE would book it, and this is a perfect way of being a heel.
You're not wrong.
If you're playing a heel, you want to look dominant. Take a guy who's been the 10 pounds gold champion and squash his ass. That's how you make everybody hate you just that little bit more. That's a little bit more salt in the wound. That's a little bit more seasoning to put on your belt.
If there is something else to this, I hope they bring it out early at the beginning of the match and just get it over with. How's it going? There's no need to even have this match to begin with. If there's an angle behind it, they need to come out with it. Well, this is why I'm really here, and shoot their promos and get out of the way.
Yeah,
maybe it's gonna have something to do with him dropping the title, so Seth can get it. I don't know.
Who knows at this point?
I don't know about that.
We'll end up talking about this a little bit more when we discuss the Rumble here in a minute. Just a couple more things in the news. They announced the Dusty Classic last week. Change up to the way it's usually done. They're going to have a females bracket as well this year.
I like that.
I like that. I mean, the Dusty Classic is usually some of NXT's best stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They do well with that. So
the Rascals are going to be making their debut as MSK.
Yeah, I heard that.
I don't see necessarily how the Rascals work in WWE. One of their biggest gimmicks has always been that they're stoners. So we'll see how that plays.
RVD worked in the WWE.
RVD never played up the fact that he was a stoner in character.
He didn't have to. No, he didn't have to. Matt Riddle's there too. Bro.
Bro.
That was never a highlighted part of their storyline.
Matt Riddle doesn't even. There is a highlighted part. Go back and watch the last Dusty Classic with the original Bros, and freaking Bruiserweight says he blazes them up, and when Matt Riddle's right there, bro, plays it up high and heavy.
Right. NXT is different than WWE.
Where are they at? Where are they at in NXT?
No one stays
all over his tides.
Huh?
Like you're forgetting that RVD had 420 all over his tides.
That's true. Yep.
We'll see how it goes. It always makes me nervous when someone off the indies goes, because I mean, yeah, they can have a great run in WWE, and then as we discussed last week, Vince buries them.
I mean, there is rumors that Ricochet's not re-signed.
Yeah, his contract's up in September.
He could be leaving.
I'd be okay with that. Which brings me to another. I mean, which brings me to the last little bit of news I want to discuss. There's been a lot of movement with MLW. They've now signed a deal with Roku to be on their Roku channel. That was a big move for them. And during COVID, they signed a lot of deals with Peacock and a lot of these streaming services to get their product out there. And they're still offering their show for free on YouTube weekly. Is it a chance that we see MLW become the number 3 promotion in the United States this year?
No.
Okay.
That's a stretch.
I'll put it this way. I watched the Kings of the Coliseum, and when your middleweight champion is Leo Rush, that says a lot for your middleweight division.
You have a point there.
Oh man, no,
And
I don't think
they
so.
also just debuted ACH too.
That's
Like
an
I said,
issue. That's
the
an issue.
Only good thing there's only two good things in MLW right now: the Von Erich tag team and Contra unit with Jimmy Fatu. That is the only good thing for
I
that.
will add to that Hammerstone.
Yes.
Hammerstone as their like secondary
Yeah.
is amazing. If MLW is not going to be great, I want to see him and a few others get out. Like they could just be rocking it in other places.
Definitely, but like I said, those are the only good things for MLW.
So you signed ACH. The man is hella talented, but he's a head case.
So is Leo Rush.
Yeah, both of them head cases. That's all you need to know. They won't be number 3. Oh hell, Contra.
That's their thing. They all hell Contra unit. But anyways, yeah.
So that does it for all our news this week. We're going to take another commercial break, and we will be right back to discuss this year's Royal Rumble and all of its glory.
He said, "Yay!"
Yay!
And all of its glory.
No, there ain't no stopping us. Fly without boarding pass. Couldn't catch me, I be moving fast. Call me a shooting star. Let 'em know you are. Flying up in a bar. Wish on a star. Time to show 'em who's in charge. Call me a shooting star. Didn't even get to cross.
That is no longer the huddle. That is the sports report. And next week will be our last regular scheduled football show.
I am.
We will be doing a special show on Super Bowl Sunday to talk about the NFC, AFC championships, as well as Super Bowl. And then Mr.
I'll be on this week because I'm going to be giving you all the highlights of lovely NHL.
Well, and then Mr. Will and Mr. Hickey and Mr. Gene, if he'd have let me finish, will be taking over to highlight NBA and NHL.
He just monkey stomped the shit out of you. Just like
Also, I also want to say we have someone else who will be joining us for the sports report.
Oh, yeah.
My good friend, my good buddy Tony C, very knowledgeable in the sport of basketball, football. He's going to be joining us as well. So definitely check that show out. And Brandon's going to win the Rumble. Brandon going to come out there in his work gear. He's going to have his nightstick. He's going to have everything ready to go. His handcuffs.
Go boss man style. He's going to be the boss man 2.0.
That's right. Brandon going to win it.
Don't make me get my duty belt.
But talk about the Rumble.
Hard times. We're talking about those hard times.
Oh my God.
Somebody mute him.
In talking about the Rumble this year, we kind of already covered the men's and our predictions there last week. We're just kind of going to reiterate that. I wanted to talk more about the women's and then some of the other undercard matches. But as far as anybody's predictions changing for the Rumble yet?
I'm hoping that they give it to Keith Lee. I really do. I think Team right now truly needs it, and I hope they play him up with the Hurt Business. Honestly, that would
the
be
last
best
two
way.
would be left in the ring: Mojo Riley, and T-Bar. It's gonna be the last two left in the ring.
Oh gosh.
Surprise entry of Carlito, who almost makes it to the end. I'm kind of with him. I hope they give it to Keith Lee, but they probably won't though. They'll probably give it to. We'll probably get Brock Lesnar or something, and Brock Lesnar come in and like clear the ring out.
You know what?
Or Big E.
Big E, yeah, but
I would rather Big E out of all of them, but I wouldn't be terribly mad. And hear me out. Hear me out. What in the fuck is that noise?
What was that?
Somebody left their vibrator on. Anyway,
Gene, quit raising your ass up. We can hear it.
Anyways, Brandon, go ahead.
I would like to see Edge come out surprise entry and win it all. Boom. Get a proper storyline like Edge. We know he can do.
I would say they're not going to give the belt to his old ass, but I mean, my God, Goldberg's in the main event, ain't he?
Yep.
Like,
Yep. I want Keith Lee to win it. I really do.
Oh yeah, I'm not mad there for Keith Lee.
So
Even Edge, and that would be a good pick there, Brandon. But this Goldberg, Drew, why? Who in creative thought that would be a great thing?
Vince McMahon.
I don't know why you asked such a stupid question.
That's dumb.
Yeah, but you know, somebody would have had common sense. Like you'd think he would have woke up and go, that just seems a little too like far fetched for me.
And
Gene, do you watch the fucking show?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I do.
I mean, in the past 10 years, when has Vince McMahon done anything that's made any damn sense?
Not a whole lot. All right, so moving from the men's Royal Rumble to the women's Royal Rumble, who are your picks?
They're gonna get to Charlotte. They're gonna get to Charlotte.
Oh, I hope not.
They're gonna get to Charlotte.
I don't know.
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind it, but I just think Charlotte got a stranglehold, man. I think
Becky comes back and wins it.
Oh, Becky.
Yeah.
It ain't too early for her?
I mean, no, she's been 6 weeks at this point. That's all it really takes. But I don't know. I don't know about that one. I think the way she is, she probably want to stay home a little longer.
Ronda might come back. What if Ronda comes back?
No. Why would you?
Leave Ronda where she at.
Put that juju out there.
Leave Ronda where she at, man. Leave Ronda where she at, man. But I really think it's gonna. If it's not gonna be Charlotte,
I'd like to see Liv Morgan or maybe
I would like to see Liv do it because I think it's
Mandy Rose.
Your bandana's too hot,
I can't stand man. I can't stand man. I can't stand Mandy Rose. But I'm there with you on
gimmick other than being pretty.
But I'm there with you with Liv because it's about time for Liv to start shining.
You know who's gonna win it? Sonya Deville.
I wouldn't mind that either. I wouldn't mind that either. I wouldn't mind. She's a badass.
After the year she's had, they were more likely to give her the push.
You know who almost remember who almost won it last year? Shayna Baszler.
Yeah,
that was going to be my next one.
Yeah.
My issue is do not give her a microphone. Like, just let her be the badass, but don't let her speak.
Oh no, you don't need her to speak. Honestly, to be completely honest, I think she should have a Paul Heyman for her. She needs to be like a Brock Lesnar, very much.
She does. Nia Jax. That's her Paul Heyman.
Nia Jax ain't good on the mic.
They need to.
That's all she deserves.
Can my girl? Can my girl Ember Moon get some love?
No,
yeah, she ain't gonna win the Rumble.
No, I don't see her winning the Rumble. She's doing well over in NXT, and she's helping there, and that's where she needs to be. And I think it's the perfect position where she needs to be.
Yeah.
You know
what? If they want to give her the NXT title, I'm all for it.
I'm all for that. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say your top two contenders: Sonya Deville, Rhea Ripley.
I agree.
I'm down for both of them. I'm down for
Rhea
both of them.
I love Rhea Ripley. I think she is amazing, talented.
After what they did with Rhea in the last woman standing, and they pretty much put over Raquel Gonzalez and made her like the dominant. Yeah,
Yep.
I can see they probably will
Of
make
course,
Rhea.
no one is mentioning Bianca Belair.
That wouldn't be bad either. I wouldn't mind that either.
I feel like they've killed a lot
EST,
of her
yeah.
buzz from NXT already.
Yeah,
You know what?
She's almost an afterthought.
Stephanie McMahon.
Oh God, why would you put that juju out there?
I wouldn't mind being. Hey, I would.
Me
Hey,
and you.
Edward, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind me winning it either.
If she would get out of Retribution,
Yeah,
she needs to get
Retribution,
before she
yeah.
even wins that. She needs to get out of Retribution to take off.
That's not Mia Yim. That's what's your name?
Yeah, you know.
Fudge Bar.
They gave them
But-
80s fucking names with bad hockey masks. Like, geez.
but I want to be mad at Sonya Deville with it because she is a badass. I'm rooting for Liv Morgan. Rhea Ripley, she's a badass. Yeah, those would be my three.
At least we can all sort of somewhat come to a consensus with the women's side of things. It's just this whole men's side of stuff. It's like we walked into an alternate universe of going backwards.
It's like
No.
it's like watching the Super Friends and the Justice League at the same time. You just don't know.
Don't you remember when they started spitting off those Retribution names? It was almost like watching the dodgeball scene where he's like laser, laser, spike. You know, like
Oh man.
At least we didn't have some weird woman's name like Leah Kingan-Michikovic. Yeah.
Moving on from the Royal Rumble matches to the matches. Not all of these have necessarily been made. Some of these are predicted matches. But first is the Intercontinental Championship, Big E versus Sami Zayn.
I got Big E retaining.
Big
Big
E
E
better
going
retain.
He better retain. I swear, they haven't done anything with it yet.
Well, Big E had that match with Apollo
No,
Crews, which was good, but
I
again,
cannot handle
you know,
another
Big E-
damn year of Bailey's bad wrestling. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Not do
Oh
it.
man, did
I
anybody
can't-
catch her Stone Cold session? She kind of the whole interview was basically her bitching about not getting respect from the fans.
I can't handle her promos.
They're pretty bad.
I can't handle her promos.
She's like that girl that's like, if there was 400 women in a room, you would notice her because of how loud she is.
She's the,
Like-
she's the WWE version of Joan of Arc. There you go. Just burn her
There you
at the
go.
stake.
There you go.
Next,
And it's a shame. And it's a shame because she didn't start out like that.
No.
next match, United States Championship, Bobby Lashley versus Riddle.
Not
I
bad.
mean, this could be a good match. They've been going round and round.
They have been doing well. Again, Bobby's looking dominant. It's
Not
two
that
MMA
I
guys.
wouldn't mind seeing Matt win that belt, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I don't want Bobby to lose it just yet.
Not yet.
No.
I
You
see.
need the hurt business to stay
I'm
strong.
on the other end of the spectrum. I'm tired of seeing Bobby with it because he's not really. Not that I have a problem with him having it.
He's not
really,
highlighting
he's not really performing in the matches like I would expect him to.
Right.
What they need to do
Granted,
is give,
he's not facing anybody of his caliber. I'll give him that.
No. what he
But
needs
when
to
your
do.
when your biggest thing is putting somebody in a
In a full Nelson.
full Nelson, I couldn't think of the name.
It's the hurt lock, baby.
That's your
The
finisher
hurt lock.
move. It's silly to me, man.
It's
Yeah,
been the
it's-
full Nelson. It's been the Master's Lock.
Yep.
It's been the Hurt Lock. How many different names have the full Nelson been? It's a full Nelson. Just
Yep.
at the end of the day, it's the full
Yep.
Nelson.
Yep.
Your next match would be Women's Tag Team Championship, Asuka and Charlotte versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler.
Appreciate
Austin-
it.
Keep it on. At this
Often-
point, just keep it on who they already have it on. Asuka and Charlotte.
Yep. I agree.
And I mean, that's really it for your Rumble because, I mean, the two Rumble matches take up so much time now.
Yep.
So does Ric Flair come out and cost Charlotte and Asuka the titles?
Ooh,
Think about that, boys.
Ooh,
I hope not, but
I
I think
hope
that
not, but
storyline is so dumb.
I bet, but here's the thing. Here's my issue with this. What they're doing with it. We've seen it before.
Yes.
Yeah, we have.
This literally has happened before.
Many.
But
Dawn
plus
Marie and Tori
Yep.
Wilson.
Yep.
Ah.
And then another thing that bothers me too, it's like Lacey's not getting anything out of it so far with this. I can see if she was going for a title or a title match, and Ric Flair comes in and causes it.
It seems off of the character that she's already built. This
Yeah.
strong feminist woman.
From my understanding, it was a botch. Somehow, Ric Flair, even though they told him to trip Lacey Evans, he tripped Ric Flair. I mean, he tripped Charlotte. So they had to go off of it. So there's a possibility that this wasn't even supposed to go this way. It was supposed to went the.
That's twice in 1 week.
Yep.
The man
Well,
I'm
he's
sorry.
old.
I love Rick. He will go down as one of the GOATs, but the man has no business in front of a camera anymore.
And like I say, if you're gonna put anything out here for Lacey, let her compete in a title match or something. Let Ric Flair interfere in that. Have her get the win. Let it be beneficial to in that regard. But as you have it right now, it's stupid.
It's. I love Vince McMahon.
Getting
That's
back
gonna
to
be
the
the
Bobby,
new
I
line.
think honestly, Bobby Lashley needs a good
And he loves you
competitor.
too, Brandon. That's why he gives the fans everything they ask for.
That's right.
Yeah,
We'll get a
I think
shirt
Bobby
made.
Lashley
I
needs
heart
a
Vince.
competitor. I think Bobby Lashley needs a competitor like AJ Styles. Get
I
rid
don't.
of
I
AJ's.
think
But see-
he
but
needs
see-
somebody like Kevin Owens.
But see, yeah, I agree. I agree with Brandon on that.
Yep.
I think AJ won't. I think that'd be a mismatch. I don't think that'd be. I don't think those two guys will work good together.
Honestly, I'm getting tired of AJ myself.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's the way he's presented in WWE. It's stale. Like,
Well-
it's just stale.
We already know he's there just to help get the mid Carter guys over.
Look what just got spoken to existence.
Oh,
Whatever.
God. Why would you even say that out there, Edward?
That is
Shut up,
terrible.
Right now, Vince is going, book it, damn it. Book
You're
it.
drunk, Ed. Go home, man.
That's good shit.
That's some
He's a-
good shit.
Vince said, give him the shot. He can do it for 15 minutes. Give him the shot.
They did it with Vince and Stephanie.
Yeah. I want to see.
We're gonna have brain aneurysms by the end of this because it's just how bad the booking is. It's just
It's terrible, man.
It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
Can I talk about?
look
I'm
out in
actually-
the wrestling world, AEW, New Japan, look out everywhere else has, okay booking, but you look into the WWE world and the only place that has like half decent booking is NXT, and then you're going to the like how can this one group over here get good booking and you two can't? Like SmackDown
That's a good point,
and
John.
Raw.
That's a
To
good
me,
point, John.
why do you keep bashing SmackDown? SmackDown has been fine.
I agree. SmackDown is getting good storylines. NXT is all right. It's not the NXT of old, but we'll actually. I want to, since we got a little extra time after this, I want to talk about some booking because I actually have some bitching on booking about AEW. But we're going to take a commercial break and come back and talk about that.
Oh.
Gene's like, oh.
Oh,
Yeah, the Mr. AEW mark.
Oh.
Yeah, it actually has
I'm
bad
gonna
booking
be
issues
here,
about
I gotta
AEW.
say.
I'm shocked.
First off, I want to say that the Serena Deeb Ty Conti match tonight for the NWA Women's Championship was amazing. It was probably one of the best matches of the night. It was absolutely amazing.
Serenity Deeb's a pro, man.
Well,
She's a pro.
that was just it. It was just a good, really, really good wrestling match. Like just traditional wrestling. No one got involved. There wasn't any like really dumb spots. It all made sense. They told a story in the ring. It was just great. But on that, I am not so far feeling this Impact AEW like Don Callis. One, I'm not a fan of Don Callis. I find his voice very fucking annoying. And this whole swerve they pulled tonight with it was supposed to be the Young Bucks and the True Elite, and then they pulled in the Good Brothers, and then when all I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It then like the end where the Young Bucks got involved and stood ground for Omega after all that and got super kicked by the loop. Like, I just don't understand it. I'm hoping. I mean,
Yeah.
he's not wrong.
They're retelling us all the stuff that they did over in Japan. Like, we don't know what happened in Japan.
Right.
Well, I mean, there are fans out there that don't. We have to remember there is a huge fan base
Whoa. Rewind yourself. Who had the biggest T-shirt sales even before the WWE got onto this whole Bullet Club? Bullet Club.
Oh, I understand.
So people knew. People already know. That's why everybody's got their jaws on the floor going, didn't we already see this?
I will tell you this. There are people out there that got those Bullet Club shirts from Hot Topic and stuff that had no idea what it meant. They just thought it was a cool shirt. Because I have met people and asked them about their shirt, and they're like, oh, I have no idea what it is. I just like the shirt.
That's about like half of AEW's fan base, ain't it?
We'll take another knock because it's like the Austin 316
we don't know. Are they
Everybody
bashing
had an Austin
WWE? Are
316
they bashing
shirt.
WWE? We're on board. We don't even know what the hell they're talking about. But it sounds good.
Death Triangle! Death Triangle!
But
It's just like the Austin 316 shirts. Everybody and their dog had an Austin 316 shirt back in the Attitude Era.
what I was saying was
Ask them who it was. Huh?
there's a lot of people who came to AEW who hadn't been watching wrestling at all for years. A lot of old WCW fans started watching wrestling again just because it's on TNT again. So there are people out there who don't know the storyline, haven't seen it, and maybe that's it. Maybe it's because we all know and have seen it in a different place, but it's just not wowing me yet. I'm hoping more of the rosters get involved eventually, and there's more of a crossover between the shows.
I just don't have it's not in the slap towards AEW because I like some of the shit AEW does, but I just do not have the interest in seeing the 900th Bullet Club that's been formed. I just don't. Like they could have done so many other things other than that shit. You
And
know,
I understand they want to do it because it's theirs and they want to say, like, this was us. We are the originals. We could do it best. But we've already seen so many garbage versions tried now. Like, you could have done something better.
Right. I agree.
I love AEW, don't get me wrong. But it's losing its entertainment value for me. Some of the matches, spectacular. But the behind the scenes, the promos, the extraness, it's kind of it's not really doing it for me. What in the hell is that?
What?
Gene, sit down. We have found it.
It's Josh.
Found it.
Let's go now. Let's go now. Okay.
Sorry, folks. We had an intruder. We don't know what happened.
They were storming the gates.
But
I get what Brandon is saying. To me, AEW is making the same mistake to me that TNA's made in the past and other companies made in the past. They're really starting to get that old WCW feel. Like it's almost like WCW 2.0 to me. Like a lot of the stuff I watch is like I'm just like this is just like something WCW would have done. Like the booking, the way they're doing things, that's dangerous. It's dangerous. You giving fans a recycled version of the Bullet Club again. You're not even 2 years in. You're not pulling a million viewers every week, And some wrestling fans are going to look at that just like the same ones that look at WWE when they try to give you garbage like that and say, well, we've done seen this. I don't want to watch this again.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
I'll give this one thing AEW has done well is that WWE can't really do anymore is the swerves. They can swerve you, lead you one direction. Now, right now, I don't see it. Like, it looks like the same stuff I've seen once before, but maybe there's a swerve in there.
Could be.
Something's got to happen because it didn't work then. It's not going to work now. So they need to stop flirting with that WCW line and finally break out and become their own network.
Well, even him just walking out with the snow every week is getting boring. I love Sting. I do. But him just walking out with the snow, not really saying anything, is getting boring.
And then hearing them going,
And that has always been my problem with AEW. You know, that's always been my issue.
Well,
and
they're also doing the same thing that they blast WWE for all the time. They brought back a legend to get that quick pop, and now that quick pop is dead, what do you do with him?
Right. Yeah. Right.
Here's my thing. You've got all these old guys as I'm not gonna say they're valet, but they come out with them like as a manager. Mm-hmm. But what are they doing to push those guys?
Yeah.
They're not giving
it's pop value. Like when Jake comes out with Lance Archer, I love Jake the Snake Roberts to death, but what is the point of them being with him?
Right.
It's no
different from clickbait. What are you doing with him?
Yep.
You're right. Yep. It's the name.
You're not trying to
big quote name.
You're not trying to put him against fucking Cage. You're not trying to put him against any other big man. You're not trying to. You're not giving us a 5-star stellar match. Then what's the point?
Right.
Well, in this
I understand the pop value and getting the fans in there.
Right.
But where is the powerful matches?
Yeah. That's right. And at the end of the day, how does a guy like Lance Archer learn how to do promo if he's not doing promo and you've got Jake doing his promo for him? He's not learning anything.
Well, and you got Conan mentioned it this week too. You got two really great tag team guys in LAX who were just sitting in the inner circle in this. Like we can all, I already read it. Yes, MJF is in there to break them up. I read it a mile away. That is the point. And maybe it's just because I'm a fan and I can see it. But like we all know, but they could just be doing. Oh man, if I never see the Snoop splash again, it'll be too soon. Like it burned my eyeballs.
I mean, he flopped more on that splash than he did on the CD. The last couple of CDs he come out with.
Damn.
You know, my cousin made a comment about Snoop this weekend. He finished his main mission, and now he's just accomplishing all the side missions. But it's just, I agree. Like, I know y'all all call me a mark, but lately it's just not grabbing me like it used to.
No, because what was the draw for AEW was, these are all the guys that were over in Japan or over in these other companies that nobody wants to sign, and all that lackluster and all that stuff is gone. That shine's washed off.
No,
I don't agree with that.
That's what made AEW so hot in the beginning was sticking it to the man being Vince. Yep. That's what made it so hot.
Yep.
They promised us all these great things. Have they delivered on some? Sure.
Yes.
But
they're not doing anything to keep our attention.
They didn't deliver on the real important ones is what is the problem.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They still have they have bad booking just like WWE does.
Yep.
Well, and the thing I think too is you could tell that Tony and Cody are all about these long books. They book these long stories. We all love the long book, but you got to have these short stories to keep everybody interested too. And right now we're at a point where there's nothing really going on.
At what point do you set a match and you make it happen and that becomes part of your legacy? What WWE did early on, they had legacy matches. And what I mean by that, you had top guys having 30-minute slobber knockers.
Yeah.
You know, you're not doing that in AEW. None of your top talent is being challenged and putting on a good fight. I swear to God, I'm tired of seeing people fly over top ropes and doing all this, running into barricades.
Tope Suicida.
I'm so sick of it. I want to see a good old suplex, Irish whip. Get it in there and make it count.
And still working on getting better. Their stars are on Twitter.
Yeah.
Well, look,
That's
you've had a gimmick about a freaking wedding for how long? And you've got this best man, and he's not doing nothing?
So stupid.
Shocker. Another former WWE superstar that AEW promised they was going to push to the moon is a mid-card guy, just like he was in WWE.
Yep.
But you can't blame him for biting on the offer.
No, you can't blame him for biting on the offer, but I mean, really, out of this has always been my big issue about the whole thing, because this is where AEW fans love to shove this down WWE people's throats, is they're going to use the wrestlers correctly. They're going to give these guys the perfect pushes that they need. And what are the guys that are former WWE stars doing over there that they wasn't doing in WWE? One of their main stars and Mox is that the fact, okay, what is he doing there? He's a champion. Okay, he was the champion in WWE also right before he left. He just lost the belt. The same thing they're doing with Rusev. And I'll call him Rusev. I'll call him Rusev to the day he dies, because that's who he is to me, is Rusev. The dude is just a mid-card guy.
Yep.
There's no one that has transcended over from WWE that's went over there that is the main caliber guy other than Mox. The rest of them are mid-carders.
But if you notice, all of your big men are hiding by these smaller indie guys.
Yeah.
And that is just mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, they do that a lot too. I mean, I don't know what the issue is, but clearly they need to fix a couple of things over there. Or, I mean, it's just, that's what I'm saying. They're not doing nothing. They've made all these huge, enormous promises to us that how they was going to be something. To me, they're just recycled WCW, WWE with a little extra dazzle of booking sprinkled on top of it. They're not doing nothing fantastic that's changing the game of pro wrestling, in my opinion. They're just not. And all those shots are starting to come back and haunt them now, because now it's coming off, like Brandon said, that was the way that they got over, was sticking it to the man and it being Vince. Well, after a year or so of that, now you're just coming off petty.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the constantly talking about the ratings, constantly talking about how Vince is doing. Every one of their superstars is constantly on Twitter telling some kind of bad experience story that they had with WWE, or they're taking some kind of shot at WWE.
Doesn't that sort of reminds me back to the Monday Night Wars, what WCW used to do every night on TV.
Yeah.
It's going to end up being their downfall, because people eventually get tired of seeing that. We want to see wrestling. We get the fact that you were screwed over there, okay? Like, that's been done. You got your own company now. Stop fucking whining.
Right.
Put on the show and stop whining. Stop ending every show with "let them hear you all the way up in Connecticut." Like, I get so sick of that shit. It's played out. That's how WCW actually ultimately shot themselves in the foot, was overplaying that card too fucking much.
Yep.
I'm afraid that's what AEW is going to end up doing. They're going to overplay it too much, and it's going to go stale. People's going to get tired of hearing it and just be like, "Well, now I'm going to watch WWE just out of spite," because there's fans that do that shit.
Yeah.
But that's going to do it for this week's episode of the Paradigm Shift. Next week, we're going to be discussing Royal Rumble 07. So go check that out on the network. Go look that up so you can join in on the conversation.
That ain't the one that's Cena one, is it? I'm going to have to kick your ass if you're making me watch it.
I don't remember. I just picked the number. I don't remember. It may be
07. That sounds 7.
It might be the return. It might be the. You know what? We got a second. Hang on.
Is that the one where he returns at number 30 and
I
surprises
think
everybody?
it is.
I think it is.
And that happened in Madison Square Garden in the short row where even Cody Rhodes talks about where he hits the Undertaker.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Okay, good.
We'll discuss it in after this, but yeah, no, it's
It
not.
was Goldberg.
Yeah, it's the ECW one.
Tommy's got the face on now.
Get that face like, really, dude?
I just picked one. I didn't look at it.
When I go back and watch previous matches, it's got John Cena in it. I only watch a few of them. One of them's ECW's One Night Stand, just so I can watch him get his ass kicked.
Whoa, whoa, like a whoa.
Yeah.
But guys, we appreciate you joining us tonight. You can catch us every Wednesday right here on the Paradigm Shift, 9 Central, 10 Eastern. You catch the Sports Report on Tuesdays, and then you can catch Tommy and Hickey. Well, wait, y'all show's over, right, sir?
It's over with.
So then
Over
you
with and done.
You can catch Gene on Thursdays on Total Nonstop Pod, and then you can catch Will and Gene on the Geek Gauntlet on Saturdays. Will, did you have something you need to say, sir?
Very, very quickly, I want to give a shout out to my newfound friends over at Real Reality Fantasy Football, a place where you can cross fantasy football with reality TV. Definitely check those guys out, and hopefully yours truly will be there. So check them out.
Heck yeah.
But guys, again, we appreciate you joining us, and y'all have a great week. We'll see y'all again next week as we discuss Royal Rumble 07.
Thank you, League.
Man.